We got a great show coming your way today.
Hey, everybody,
Get ready.
Get ready for the We Are You Morning Crew.
Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Provocative and insightful,
Sometimes polarizing and irreverent,
but always raw, real, and funny.
we say the stuff you want to say.
The We Are You Morning Crew.
It is the We Are You Morning Crew, ladies and gentlemen, delivering the sizzling subjects and trending topics the way nobody else does on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, a gay couple that kissed in public got violently attacked, but police are saying it ain't a hate crime. Now, GayNet Rome is sharing a video of one of its members, Jean-Pierre Moreno, to bring attention to the attack that occurred in Italian capital's subway system that occurred back in February. The video was captured by a bystander on their phone, and Moreno kissed his boyfriend, and a man crosses the subway track and punches them in the face. Now, first of all, pause. Clearly, these are non-melanated Italians. Because you're not finna tell me that one man came across the tracks and punched two people and he didn't get his ass whipped. But let us continue.
Oh, usuale. No, ma tu sei proprio matto, ma veramente? Giampiero. Vai. No. Io non faccio niente.
The man then punched and kicked Moreno. He also hit his boyfriend a few times. Neither of them were seriously injured, but they said that police didn't see the attack as a homophobic crime. Now, GayNet Rome said that the police didn't even want to retrieve security camera footage, which is automatically deleted every 7 days, after they filed a criminal complaint and they had to add a supplement to get the police to even care. Now, GayNet Rome said that they want the crime prosecuted in the best way possible. But the alleged assailant will not face hate crime charges because Italy's hate crimes legislation does not include sexual orientation, gender, identity, or sex. A law was proposed in the lower chamber of Italy's parliament last year to extend hate crimes protections to LGBTQ people and disabled people and women. That passed in November. Well, okay. They said if we succeed in definitively approving this law, Italy will finally be a country that accepts LGBT rights, because right now we are among the last countries in Europe for the social acceptance of LGBT people. And I definitely feel for these young men, but I'm just, am I saying too much when I'm saying this? But it's two of y'all and one of him. So I'm just saying, make it make sense. I mean, maybe you're just a passive. Maybe you're passive. Maybe they're passive, and they're not a violent, type. But I'm thinking,
so you okay over there?
Right? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My computer. He just hit one of them, or he hit both?
He hit both of them.
I mean, I can see you getting the first hit off, but the second one, I don't know.
Oh yeah. But yes, it's even more horrible that the police is like, it's not a hate crime. Yeah, he crossed the track to beat both of y'all that kissed one another, but it's not a hate crime. Nah.
Well, I mean, forget it being a hate crime. It's a crime. He assaulted both of you,
right?
Like that.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing officers in general are nitpicking what they're willing to deal with.
Right.
Or what they want to deal with.
Right.
That's a crime.
Right.
And if somebody assaulted you, that's assault. So if I punch you in your face, is it not assault? Right. Or is it not a hate crime because you were an officer? Like, no.
Well,
I would be arrested immediately.
Yep, exactly.
Well, speaking of making a choice as to who you treat and who you not treat, you ain't gonna believe this is actually happening in America. As I read the story to you, you will be like, what? A proposed legislation that is being called one of the most extreme and deadly anti-LGBTQ healthcare bills seen in years is heading to the governor's desk in Arkansas. Now, Senate Bill 289, dubbed as the Medical Ethics and Diversity Act, seeks to give medical workers a right to refuse providing health care to someone because of the worker's religious, moral, or ethical beliefs. Y'all already know what that translates to.
But isn't that illegal?
Apparently, it won't be if they pass this bill.
I'm talking about on a federal level.
Yeah, on a federal level, yeah.
Well,
it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
It will. I was like, am I reading this? Because I had to read. Now, this could open the door for LGBTQ people in general, because especially right now, there's LGBTQ people and people of color are the targets for the conservative right. Just on board. You can be just breathing. You know what? You shouldn't have the right to breathe. You're breathing straight air. We need the straight air for the straight people. I'm just saying. It sounds a little extreme, but that's pretty much what they sound like. This could open the door to LGBTQ people to face denial from life-saving services from doctors, nurses, or EMTs. Now, the bill was previously rejected by the Arkansas House Public Health, Welfare, and Labor Committee over criticism that it was too broad before it passed. Now, last month, it made it out of the committee once again, then was returned with amendments, passed the committee again, passed the House, and has now finally passed the Senate along mostly partisan lines. 2 House Republicans voted against it, passing out of 74 that voted, and 1 Senate Republican. Now, one of the co-sponsors of the proposal in the State House, Arkansas Representative Brant Smith, believes that Senate Bill 289 provides a solution and a remedy to protect the rights of medical workers. What fucking rights do you have to not help anybody that comes in your care? What right do you have to refuse anybody for any reason? That's your job. That's your friggin' job.
What's his name?
Brant Smith. BRANDT Smith.
Okay.
But it's not it shouldn't even be that. The question you ask is unbearable. One, because most of these hospitals, if not all of them, are receiving federal money. So that should just shut this down, even on a local level. Like, just shut it down, because that's discrimination, and you're going against people's rights to be, saved or treated.
Yeah.
Like, that went out with, civil rights. Like, that, you can't do that. No, that's a no. That's a no for me. It's not even a question.
Yeah, that's crazy. But again, it's going to the governor's desk. So this means a number of senators in Arkansas and officials thought that this sounded good. That this was a sound.
This is what needs to happen. I just looked this man up, right? He graduated from Mid-American Baptist Theological Seminary. So I'm going to take it to believe that he's Baptist, right? So when he has his heart attack, because he's 61, he kind of fat. When he has his heart attack, so when he goes to the emergency room, the doctor can says, "Oh, you're a Baptist. I don't treat Baptists."
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what needs to happen. Stuff like that needs to happen so they can see how it can impact them too.
Yeah.
And that's how some of these things go, because they have not ever had to face that level of discrimination or hate before. So normally they have to go through something like that, or one of their children or parents or something have to go before they wake up or change their mindset.
Yeah, and even going back to he was like, this will alleviate people from having a moral issue with treating somebody who's having a heart attack or sick or dying or bleeding or needs. What moral issue do you have at that very moment of your life that God says, you know what, this person is bleeding, but because
you don't even know that person. It's not like on their ID it says LGBTQ. Like at that point, you're judging the person, or you're going off of your own bias and thinking that they are whoever they are, even if it's like a trans person that you can clearly tell from, their genitalia or whatever. It's still not your right. If you don't want to do it, give it to another doctor there, but at the same time, to disqualify somebody, that has happened. And that's why many of us, many people are so distrusting of the healthcare system within the Black community, because this has happened to us. And this should just be a pointer to the Black community. If that get passed, it's like we're moving backwards with our civil rights again.
Come on. And it's
so you can't let stuff like this go through.
And as we said on the show before, that pendulum is gonna come back. It's gonna come back. So don't just raise your hands and say, "Oh, not us." Oh, it's gonna be. It could be you. It could easily be you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had to deliver this news. We're going to be back with some more sizzling subjects, some more trending topics, and we'd love to know what you hear, so let us know. Good morning.
The We Are You Morning Crew.
Get the new We Are You radio skill, then say, Alexa, play We Are You radio.
Okay, playing We Are You radio. It's my favorite station.